So how do you view the declaration of June 21 as International Yoga Day?
You see, when you talk about International Yoga Day, the declaration, as it has been endorsed by nearly 177 nations, so it obviously is a feather in the cap of India and the Vedic philosophy and the Vedic culture. So the declaration is good. It's a positive step. It's towards progression.
So how will it promote the subject?
The subject, I really don't think it will promote, because the subject, the way yoga is, what yoga is supposed to do, it is projected or is being projected like an exercise. So yoga is not an exercise. जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं व्यायाम. Yoga is not vyayam. Yoga is something very, very different. It's opening and cleansing the etheric channels and chakras in the body. Unfortunately, that is not being projected, but I hope from Mr. Modi that he would shortly do it, because once a platform has been made, once it has become a forum, I suppose the next step would be this, actually what is yoga would be done, and people who actually understand yoga would be called.
About 40,000 people are assembling at Rajpath to do such a grand display of yoga. What does it really say about this whole event and the significance of this day and the subject?
You see, yes, definitely so many people, and not just here. Like Dhyan Ashram is doing in maybe 20 places, like all over India. Not only India, even in Germany and US, Dhyan Ashram is doing this promotion. Whichever way the Honorable PM is suggesting, we are trying to do it in that same way. It definitely is going to make an impact, because when you see so many people doing something and the name is yoga, at least that brand, that the name is going to be established yoga. So whenever you go, like normally when you wear saffron and go, people think you come with some new kind of scheme. So to make money, of course, to sell something new to them. But once this comes as a platform that the Indian PM is promoting something like this, and it is coming in such a big way with so many people, obviously it's going to have a positive and a very positive impact on the name, on the brand yoga. And like I said, what happens next is going to be interesting to watch. Is the actual subject going to be promoted or not?
But yoga is also seen as synonymous with the Indian culture. So how is it really going to promote the Indian culture?
You see, when you say Indian culture, it's not actually Indian. It's a Vedic philosophy, it's a Vedic culture. Because when you say India, you just limiting it to a very, I would say, a meager landmass. This was not what was India. You can say Bharat, you can say the Vedic culture. When you talk about the Vedic culture has been documented nearly 4,500 years back. It has been in existence for nearly 50 to 70,000 years. So it already is an established thing, because after even so many invasions, you can imagine, no culture has been able to survive. You take Celts, you say Romans, Greeks, even you would say the forced British occupation of the entire world, where sun never used to set. None of that has survived. But yoga, or the Vedic philosophy, the Vedic culture, has grown manifold, specifically after Vivekananda went to the US. It is not expanding, it's growing. The brand yoga, the name yoga I'm saying, that is growing and that is expanding. So this country is, I would say, Bharatvarsh, or the Vedic culture, the Vedic country, is famous for finding this science of yoga. Culturally, I suppose this is the oldest civilization and the most advanced civilization, because as you would know, even the entire algebra has come from Shatpat Brahman. The zero has come from here. Not just the zero, even the distance between sun and the earth has come from this specific very science. So everything has emerged from here. And yoga, which is going to actually reveal to you the final frontier. Not just the body. No, unfortunately, you're limiting it to the body again and again and again, because people understand just the body. So once it is going to reveal to you the final frontier, then the actual essence of the Vedic sciences do come into the forefront.
But people keep talking about the mind, body and soul aspect. So what are the benefits of yoga for mind, body and soul?
You see, when you talk about yoga, there is no mind, there is no body and there is no soul. Because it is just one. When what is that one? Om. That's it. The entire creation, the sum totality is in this sound. As you would know, recently Sheffield University did this research, and exactly the same sound came from the sun. And sun is supposed to be Prajapati, the giver of life, the giver of everything which you have here. That is all coming from the sun. So this one sound has come from the sun. So basically when we talk about these energies, we have to understand it's a science of energies. unfortunately, again, it is being now related to religions. A lot of protests also coming up. It's not correct what all this is happening. We have to take it as science. Since everything has come from the Vedas, so this also has come from the Vedas. The first mention was made in the Rig Veda, then the Gita mentioned it, and Patanjali Yoga Sutras mentioned it. So it's a science which should be promoted like a science. It is not twisting and turning the body, because this was not prescribed ever in the Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. It's not jumping around. It's not breathing fast. Yoga is opening and cleansing your etheric channels. And that is possible by Shaktipat only. It is not going to be done by you. You might, have a raise of the hormones in the body when you jump or you breathe fast, and you might feel very good at that time. But don't forget, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So when you're going to jump and dance around and you're going to breathe fast, you're going to feel good for a while. But that opposite reaction and equal reaction would be what? Your body is going to be aging faster, which is apparent in most of the yoga gurus. If you will see, the aging in the body is very apparent, is visible. Now, when the guru gives you Shaktipat inside you, then your nadis get opened. When your nadis get opened, your chakras get activated. When your chakras get activated, then you have the experiences of the subtler worlds through your brain, because a normal person's brain functions at 7 to 8% efficiency. So, but when you open the chakras and the nadis through Shaktipat of the guru and the guru mantra which the guru gives you, that awakens the higher centers of the brain, and that relates you to the higher dimensions, and your experiences, the higher experiences follow from there. So that's why the Guru Shishya is very essential, and opening of the centers and chakras are very essential. It is not the body. The body is only a very minor aspect of the entire creation. It is the reality which the Guru will open inside you. So find a Guru and see what happens.
So you subscribe to the Guru Shishya Parampara. Is it possible to practice this ancient tradition in modern times?
You see, when you talk about the Guru Shishya Parampara, unfortunately now teachers have come, masters have come, trainers have come, philosophers have come, guides have come. But the Guru has taken a back seat, because the Guru Shishya Parampara is the soul of the Vedic philosophy. The Vedic philosophy is there only because of the Guru Shishya Parampara. It has survived only because of the Guru Shishya Parampara. That's why no other civilized culture has survived to this extent for so many years. Why the Vedic philosophy only? Because of the Guru Shishya Parampara only. The Guru Shishya goes beyond commerce, goes beyond the bondages of the Maya. It's the relationship of a pure essence of the entire creation. I would say the entire creation's essence now comes in the Guru Shishya relationship. Everything is there in the Guru Shishya relationship, because there is no progression, there is nothing without the Guru and Shishya. Because when you talk about a teacher, there is a payment to it, and that limits you and binds you, and the point of profit maximization comes. When you want to profit maximize, then there's cost cutting which you have to do. So when you do cost cutting, you compromise on the product. So this is exactly what has happened. It has become a business, a price has been set to it in most of the places, not everywhere though. And that is leading to what now? Profit maximization, because there's competition between the various people. I'll sell mine first, or you'll sell yours first. And that again has brought us to where? Cost cutting and profit maximization, and cost cutting more and more. It's, you're tied into a vicious circle today. Cost cutting, profit maximization. Cost cutting, more profit maximization. Result is what? The product is being compromised. Just because the Guru Shishya has taken, the relationship has taken a back seat today. This is what primarily should be promoted. It is only, or should be allowed to go to the masses only through the gurus, not through businessmen.
Okay. So what is your message for the world on this day?
You see, when you talk about the world, we say that in the Vedic philosophy, the entire creation is one. We don't have two worlds. The entire globe, and not just the globe, all the various levels of existence that are there, they're all one. The various levels which you see, various dimensions which you talk about, they're all one. This is all one. This is not two. So the message to the entire levels of existences is very clear and precise and concise, that you have to experience yoga. You don't have to have the knowledge of yoga. You have to have the experience of yoga, because the entire science of yoga is the science of Dhyan. And Dhyan is what? It's something, an experience which you live through. You get knowledge and you convert that into an experience, and you live through the experience. So the experience, what I say again and again, It's not about jumping and dancing. It's about the experience of the entire creation, or the experience of the final frontier. And this entire Brahman which you see, again I'll repeat, it's the experience of this. It's the experience of all the gods and goddesses. It's the experience of the entire divinity. It's the experience of the Panch Mahabhut. It's the experience of the entire creation in totality. And each of these things that I'm talking about, each of these things, they are going to be experienced if yoga is done the way it has been prescribed in the Guru Shishya Parampara. If it is practiced like that, each and every experience, each and every siddhi that has been described is going to come to you. It is not just a fallacy or something in a book, that Anima Laghima, all the various siddhis which are coming into Ashtanga Yoga now. They're all facts. Each siddhi is a fact, each experience is a fact. So we must underline and highlight this point that yoga is real. Yoga is your own experience. It's nobody else's experience. And yoga opens the final frontier to you through your own experiences and giving you siddhis in the process. So it should be done the way the Guru Shishya Parampara or the Vedic philosophers have prescribed it.